42 sub-forums and 12 closed-door dialogues are on the agenda. More than 80 ministers, leaders of international organizations, and business executives are set to attend. Topics of discussion include monetary policy, financial technology, and land and supply-side reforms, as well as issues in the real estate market. New areas of the economy will be discussed, such as a sharing economy and artificial intelligence. The opening ceremony is set for Saturday. Well, for more on the forum, let's go now live to our correspondent Zhou Yun in Boao. Zhou Yun, hello. What are the expected highlights of this first day? And also, could you shed some light into the focus of this year's forum, which is globalization and free trade?
Hello, Rachel. The first day of the forum, and the forum is going to officially kick off by the release of 3 reports, which are the Asian Competitiveness Report, Asian Economic Integration, and also Development of Emerging Economies. In those reports, it's going to talk about the external challenges facing those Asian countries. How can those countries work together to further enhance its economic momentum? And more importantly, they're going to analyze the new developments in economic growth, employment, income, and also monetary policy. Because now the content of those reports are still under. I'll bring you more updates after the reports are released after 12 p.m. later today. And in the afternoon sessions, there will be a session particularly about the lessons learned and not learned about the Asian financial crisis, because this year marks the 20th year after the outbreak of the Asian financial crisis. And there are some improvements and adjustments that has been made by Asian countries after the crisis, but there are something definitely that Asian countries can do in order to further enhance the policy coordinations and flexibility among all the Asian countries. And you are right that we've been talking about globalization for so many years, but now it seems that globalization is at this most controversial and critical times, because we're seeing this anti-globalization trend and also about protectionism. That's why Mr. Zhou Wenzhong, the Secretary General of the Boao Forum for Asia, told media yesterday during a press conference that because now it has been 8 years after the global financial crisis and the world economy is still sluggish, and some countries, especially countries in the West, are now using globalization as an excuse for their economies not growing strong enough or not growing fast enough. That's why the forum is providing this opportunity for all the political leaders, business leaders to sit down and to observe and see the globalization in a more objective manner. And I also talked to Mr. Long Yongtu, who was the former Secretary General of the Boao Forum for Asia, and he was also the chief negotiator for China's WTO entry. And he told me that, of course, that globalization is not perfect, but it is benefiting most of the countries in the world. And these countries, including China and also the United States. That's why China should not be blamed for the job loss in the United States. Actually, after China's joining WTO, some sectors in the United States has been provided job by the Chinese entry into WTO, for instance, the agriculture. And more importantly, we should not only focus on the producer's side, we should focus on the customer side as well. For instance, the U.S. customers are enjoying this made in China, high quality, low price products. That's why this year's forum focuses on globalization, which aims to provide opportunity for all the people across Asia and in the world to observe and to talk and to see this natural trend of globalization, how to better go with it.